Good morning, Philippines. Good morning, Namokon. Should just woke up and have some coffee. Oh, they eating fast. Mr. Sunshine's coming out. And still no rain. And in fact, we have a burn ban effect here in Philippines. I don't know, it's nationwide. Anyway, it is such a beautiful morning. It's dry, but it's beautiful. It's already beautiful, the Baikubo by itself, but it's still gonna be look more beautiful if you add just a little something plants that the ambience is gonna change, and looks real nice. I always impressed to James that I really love his idea that he put this one here. And James told me today we have another guest from California. Very awesome, huh? And I express my feelings again. Thank you so much for always supporting us. Thank you, thank you.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Having my first cup of coffee because I slept in later today than I normally do. I actually thought it was only maybe like 6:45, 7 o'clock when I was getting up. No, it was almost 8 o'clock. It's just not usual for me, but I was tired. I've been going. And actually, it's not just tired. I think I'm just content and my body's just happy to rest. So we're gonna get right on it this morning. The guys are already busy. I mean, it's 8 o'clock on the dot right now and everybody's going. So let me show you a little bit of what's happening here. So Mike just now pulled the forms on this. Now there's some sand kicked down, but that's all concrete. That is about probably about 9 inches thick right there in the base, and then we've got this little support that comes off of it right there to spread the load. So we got that done, and they're getting ready to mix up some for another post out here on the bridge right now. They just carried the poles out there for the bridge. Let's go over and look at that. And we got those first two set last night. Now we're going to be setting the ones this morning. They're on the other side. And we poured the concrete over there above grade level. That's why it's got that tin around the bottom. We brought it up above grade level because we'll still be doing some backfilling there, bringing that bank higher. And I don't want the wood exposed into that soil. I want it like right at grade level. So that's the reason that tin's up there. And we'll be doing the same thing on this side, probably even just a little higher. So what we just now did, and I was listening to a song so I didn't stop and record, is we poured a little concrete in the bottom. We put a bunch of stone in that was laying around here. Then we put a little bit more concrete and we added more stone. And what I want to do is bring that bottom up really thick. And we didn't want our pole to get too short, so we raised it up with half the thick concrete down in the bottom and getting this where it'll bridge across. I've got more backfill to do on this side. This bank is lower than that bank. Yeah, the southern bank is lower than the northern bank. So we'll make it up with some thickness of concrete and stone down in that bottom. But I definitely don't want the bottom exposed to soil because termites. I want it setting in concrete and seal it up. We already treated the ends of these. You can see color difference there, and then we'll treat the rest later. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead. We'll get it filled up. Yeah, I woke up. Yeah, I'm sure all of us do it, right? I woke up with a song in my head that I haven't heard in so long anyway. It's just crazy. And some reason it just clicked in my mind. So maybe the reason is because today's Saturday, and with the song Chicago, Saturday in the Park. I woke up with that song just stuck in my head. I love Chicago. Even as a little kid, I was just a little boy when their music was out and hot and all. And for some reason, even as a little boy, I really liked their music, man, with all the horns and stuff, you know. Man, it was just nice sounds, and that really love Chicago's music. Hadn't listened to them in a long while though, so it clicked this morning. So I said, man, I'm gonna stand right here. You just splashed me down. My cabin finisher, Joel, he is out again today. Yeah. So no clue he'll be back. That's just the way it is here. I learned to just quit getting upset about it. I learned that a long time ago and just roll with the punches. And I noticed when I learned to roll with the punches, my blood pressure went way down. Yeah, roll with the punches. Bob and weave, bob and weave. Don't get mad, just bob and weave. Go through all the hurdles and just keep on moving forward. Get to the finish line. If you stop and you get angry, you ain't gonna make it to the finish line. You're gonna collapse. So yeah, just whatever it is. If he's gonna be out for extended time, I don't know. You know, don't know. He don't send no information or nothing. They just say not feeling good. So I'll jump over with somebody else, me and Mock or something, and we'll go to work on it. Not an issue. Mock can very well handle it as well. So that's what's happening there with that.
So this is my waitress here. I trained her. I asking her if she don't have any school. She just come over here and helping me so that she can learn. Soon I'm gonna give her a uniform.
This is how I had them doing these right here. So there's some steel holding around inside of that little block of concrete around it. We ran short of some nails, so they just made a spike right there. So we've already put stone and concrete down in the bottom of that hole. And I got to take measure in my hand here. I'll get over there and measure it. Well, looking at my little drawing here from last night, and I want to do a little bit of touch up here on it. About wore my pencil out. Finish out my little spots here. I was working on which one. think I got all the basics down to how I want it. I think I can probably add one more right in here. My hand is not as steady as it used to be, but I can cut it all and clean it up when I cut it. Yeah. Well, on the most part, I think I've got it on the most part. I think I'll add another round right here. So it kind of makes like for water. Gotta do another one right there too. Yeah. So I think I'll make this. Should work. All right. Well, I've got get this thing set up here. I've got some scraps of tiles I start digging out. I need to get my table over here and start giving them a bath. But one of the things is I don't want to be going with that grinder constantly while we have guests. We have some guests here right now. They're about to leave their room for the afternoon. But I got some other incoming guests too that's going to be in this room right here. So it means I'll have to cut away from here and we just walk back and forth with all those pieces. And that's going to get tiresome. So I'll get set up and I just might have to cut it just little pieces here and there. But what I think I'll start with is I'll take this dark tile. And there's two different colors of dark tile. I have a bunch of this, but I also have this here. It's got like a little bit of a cocoa like colors around in it too. And all of my main Seahorse right here, I'm gonna make it with the dark pieces, and then just out around in here, I'll put some different shade around and kind of blend it around. Then all the outer colors around it are going to be lighter. I'm going to use like light tans and blues and whites, of course, because you want to reflect the look of water and stuff around it. So water and ocean life. So that's what I'm going to do there on that.
Stuff is
I'm gonna get started here on cutting this tile, but man, I'm having a hard time finding my pencils and markers. They have made off with everything between the kids and the guys working here. I don't have an ink marker anymore. I don't have my construction pencils, regular pencils, artist pencils. It is all made its way gone. Everything has, man. So aggravating. And some of that I had rat holed away, and they found the rat holes. Yeah. There's piece number one right there. Let's go over here and have a look at it. So it's gonna be piece number one right there. Like I say, I don't have to get it dead on mark. This is just my sketch. And then I can clean all my lines up as I make it and cut them. So right there, that is piece number one. I'll wait till I get several pieces cut and then I'll get them out and start gluing them. Just lay them over on the table. Might appreciate it, man. Yeah, that is going to be beautiful. Well, I have gotten started on all my dark color pieces randomly around, cutting a lot of those. I'm starting to make the nose or snout, whatever you want to call it, out on the starfish there right now. Starfish, seahorse there right now. And I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 of the pieces cut for it laying here on the table right now. So what I do is go through and fit them, and I make me a little mark through the ones I've already cut the pieces for, and that way I can keep it all straight in my mind. And that way when I start bonding them on, I bond several at one time, not just one piece at a time. So that's what's happening here. I'm gonna think maybe I'm gonna cut a few more dark pieces there on that snout, and then I'm going to go ahead and do a color change and start putting a few other colors in randomly around on it and start giving it some character. The little pieces that would be kind of like fins up on the back of it, or like it'd be like a horse's mane, seahorse, but it's kind of like fins up around the top of there, little triangle shaped pieces right up here. These right here, I've got a kind of a little lighter color. It's still dark, but a little bit lighter than this. Kind of a chocolatey light color, but it's toned a little different. So I'll make those out of that to break it up separate color than this. They're just a little lighter than this. But I want to keep the seahorse itself in a lot of the darker color spectrum. You guys can see me. Probably should see if I have a little rubber hammer and tap those down. So any excess adhesive right there, I just get it off after it's set there for a while, and I'll go ahead and put that one, because I might have some little piece that's already close to that shape. And let's put a piece down on the nose of it right there. And when I cut these, I cut them better than I drew them. It's my chance to clean it up and adjust it a little bit. I can just adjust my angles and everything in the cut. I'll let that set there a minute, and then I'll clean it up. You want that kind of flaring out. All right. So now I'll go back to cutting more pieces, and we'll just keep moving this step by step.
I'll start making a few little color changes in it. Let me zoom up here and I'll show you. So I think you can see it well right there. I'm starting to blend some color in up around the neck right there, coming out onto the breast area, the chest, the breast. What I'm doing there is taking some different colors right there, some beige, a little bit of a rust-like color, several different ones, or a different shade of brown again. And I think I'm gonna put a right at the bottom, that big piece in the middle right there. I think right along in there, I'm actually gonna really make a color change there, like a proud, like chest area sticking out right there. So I want to go a little bit broader color in that and make it kind of stand out on those, maybe those two tiles right there. And it'll take me a little break, but I hope you're all enjoying watching me make this mosaic. This is why I kept the big pile of broken tiles here for so long, is I knew I was going to make these mosaics. They've been my plan since day one. And as I say, there's never a waste here on this property. Nothing is ever wasted. It just hasn't found its home yet. So just stay tuned and just tell me if you like it. Give me a thumbs up. If you'll give me a thumbs up, other people can see this stuff. Maybe they're inspired to do some work and all like this, have a hobby, and just enjoy life, man. And I would definitely appreciate that. So would our whole family.